Hi, Julia. Thank you for joining our program today. Well, you were formerly a reporter who's supposed to monitor the government policy, but now you are part of the government. Do you find your attitude changed a lot?
I think there is more consistency in my three jobs than differences. First of all, as a reporter, you're a guardian of public interest. As part of the HKMA or part of the government, you are also serving public interest. So in that sense, I find it's actually a consistent attitude that I have, the values that I hold in the jobs that I am working on. There is another common element, common thread in my three jobs, is that I'm always when I was a reporter, I was always in the center of current affairs. I think I remember what the late Walter Cronkite was saying. Every time when he ends a broadcast, he would say, that's the news for the day. This day is just like any other day, filled with events which eliminate our lives, and you are here. So I think when I'm at HKMA or I'm part of the government, more so than a reporter, I'm actually in the center of the course of event and watching history unfold itself. So I think that's part of what have attracted me to all three jobs.
And when you were a reporter, which article you liked the best?
It's this story about a former KMT soldier who left his home in Nanchang and followed the KMT party and the soldiers to Taiwan and settled in Taiwan. He left in 1949, and then it wasn't until 1988 when I wrote the story that he returned back home for the first time. And during those 40 years, there was absolutely no communication. So I sought him out because he was the first person who applied to go back on an official visa for Taiwanese to go on an official visa to the mainland to reunite with his family.
Last year, you quit your job in HKMA and accept a pay cut to join the government. Why did you make such a decision?
I'm not a job hopper. I held the first job at the Asian Wall Street Journal for 10 years, and my second job at HKMA for 14 years. And I love every moment of it in both jobs. But then it comes to a point where I would like to have change. Because when you have a change in job and when you have a change in portfolio, you do use brain muscles that you have never known existed, and you do acquire new skill sets, and also so that when the opportunity presented itself, I took it, and it's also a natural extension of what I've been doing and what I'm trying to achieve.
Now you are part of the government, and one of your major jobs is to promote the CIPA agreement. Among them is the cross-border ETF. Why do you think that these measures are important for the Hong Kong's and China's development?
I think in the fullness of time, I truly believe that the financial markets of the mainland and Hong Kong will be integrated. Now there are only limited linkages between the two banking system or financial markets. And also in the fullness of time, the renminbi will become internationalized, more convertible. And it won't be a big bang approach. It will be done in a way which is controlled and gradual under pilot study. And I believe that Hong Kong will be best positioned to become a pilot, to become the testing ground for such capital accounts experiments to be conducted. For example, the renminbi business is in a way a liberalization which allow renminbi to be flowing across border and to be allowed the use of it increasingly outside of the mainland. So Hong Kong is in a best position to do it.
Well, shortly after you joined the government, we have this mini bond fiasco. What regulatory reform do you think we should do to prevent another crisis to happen again?
What we have seen is the regulatory, first of all, there's no one size fit all. So it's not as if there is a optimal structure which fits into the history, culture, and the uniqueness of the markets. I think this is for certain, because we've been discussing with in international forum. But then I think there is equally importance attached to trying to get the essence of regulation. That is, even though there is no optimal structure, but then there are elements which needs to be taken into account. For example, whether your structure or the way you set up, whether they are able to supervise when a financial institution's activities is actually cross different financial sectors, whether you're able to conduct sufficient supervision to ensure that this kind of interconnected connected activities are being monitored properly. So as the international forum keep debating, we are taking we're drawing lessons, we are reviewing, and we will be whatever we do, we would certainly be taking into account what's happening outside and also the unique context of Hong Kong.
Well, thank you very much for joining our program today.
Thank you.